first trade is always the hardest. And I remember the first time I got traded, it was a long process that went over a couple of months, and when it finally went through, I was more relieved than anything else. But going to a new situation, being excited about it, and having a chance to reinvent yourself with a new set of teammates and a new set of goals. But obviously, it's always hard to go from one city to the other and move and get reacclimated. But it's part of the business. It's why we get paid so well to be able to handle those things. But it can be hard, but also exciting at the same time.
So I watched some film. You played the Mavs, just drew out 41 in the return. Was it sort of like a revenge game for you? Did you wake up that morning and say, yeah, I got to go off against this team?
I mean, it was a game I definitely circled at that point in time. You always want to, when you play against an old team, you want to show them your worth and what they're missing. And, that was a goal that I wanted to prove, to Q's and to the team. But also, I enjoy competing against those guys. I've done it for the first 4 years of my career. But it was definitely, I wanted to show that I could do more and that I was more of a player than I was allowed to be when I was here.
All right, so the Mavs just made a trade today, obviously. You got KP going to Washington. You got Spencer Dinwiddie. And what do you think about that trade? Like, with Spencer Dinwiddie coming here, what do you think about that for the Mavs?
Well, Spencer is what I call a glorified bucket. And, with Luka getting so much attention, especially come to playoff time where your teams are going to take him away. You need guys, when the game slows down, to be able to get a bucket. Spencer can do that. He can score in a variety of different ways. And I think this helps him with another ball handler. And we also talk about Bertans. This team has struggled from three all year long. They struggled to make shots. When you bring in a glorified shooter that's going to get wide open looks, it's only going to enhance their offense and make it a lot better.
So your former team, formerly New Jersey, but Brooklyn made a big splash with getting, Ben Simmons to come there and James Harden. But I got to ask you, not only what you think about the trade, but in this generation, it seems like players now can sort of pinpoint where they want to go. And I'm pretty sure you were part of this generation as well, but even in your younger generation, it wasn't really a thing to do that. I mean, it wasn't heard of, but what do you think about that?
Well, I think nowadays players have a lot more power and a lot more say-so than in a different era. But also, you can manipulate because you know what teams have what availability. And obviously with James having a relationship with Morey, that was just a situation he thought it would just be better. I think Brooklyn made the right decision and to trade him now rather than risking losing him in the summer for nothing. But also I think the Brooklyn Nets got better. You add Ben Simmons to a team with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. The offense is now a lot more spread. You don't have three dominant ball handling guys. You have a guy who can roll, a guy that can push the pace, who's looking to pass and will get guys open shots. He's a heck of a defender and a great finisher at the rim. Now they become more diversified. You throw Kyrie out there. You throw Steph Curry, who's a knockdown shooter. You got Patty Mills as well. So I think the Nets became a more deep team, and then you throw Drummond in there as well. And now they got the depth in the backcourt, which they didn't have before.
All right, so back to the Mavs. Obviously, last time I talked to you, Rick Carlisle was the head coach of this team. And you were coached by Carlisle, but what do you think about Jason Kidd as a coach so far with this team and what he's done?
I think Rick and Jason have a lot of similarities. The one thing that Jason does really well is he can relate to the players. As being a player and not so far removed, being a point guard and understanding the nature of the relationship between coach and player, he does a great job of navigating that, giving guys a lot of confidence, but not overdoing it to where you take it away and putting guys in a certain box. He allows guys to grow and to play free out there.
All right, last thing, man. I'm looking down at your feet. I got to show this. Come on now, 11s. Was it just magically you thought about that today?
It was calculated today. But I wore the Mavs blue, but it was just I try to navigate. It's hard to match sneakers with suits, but it's all about comfort level, and I'm always trying to put stuff together.
Is that your last pickup, or what's your most recent pickup?
Most recent pickup was Travis Scott's.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody, be sure to check out my guy Devin. He's on Valley Sports. He's doing this thing right now. So Devin, I appreciate you, man, and good luck with everything. And man, we may see you back on the court. I think so. Still, I think you got that in still.
I'm not coming back.
You say he's not coming back.
I'm liking the booth. I like where my seats are, and it's a lot less havoc on my body.
Maybe if the right call happens, we'll see, guys. But all right, I appreciate you, Devin, so much.